Hey everyone, it's so nice to see you. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. In the area we live, there is many different types of farmers, and one of the local farmers invited me over to show me what's going on over at their farm. And if you guys remember back to the earlier part of the year, you would remember that we had already gone to this farm and we witnessed them doing some planting. Now, as the year went on, it got a lot busier for us, but I did periodically go over and see what was going on at that farm. So not only was I there when they were seeding the product, I was there when they were planting, and I even was there for harvest. And altogether, it was a really cool experience for me to see that. And now I'm gonna share with you our neighbor's hemp farm, from planting to harvest. Now, this farm we're at normally specializes in doing like ornamental trees, but they've actually moved on to trying something new that's been coming to the area.
Hey guys, my name's Todd from Loaf Organics. Just out here getting some trays ready to plant some seedlings in the greenhouse today.
Is this one done?
Yeah, anything that's there is done. Oh no,
they're not done.
not those two. Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Well, don't put them here. This is only finished. Get in a rhythm.
You think you guys harass each other? Hi, I'm John from Loaf Organics. Today we're planting our CBG white hemp seed. We'll be growing these from seedling to field, and then we'll process them into a distillate, which will go into our products. We have all kind of topicals, we have some teas, we have dog treats, and we have some tinctures. We have a wide variety of products that help with pain and relieve stress and help you sleep.
So they kind of have like a similar process to us. They have someone filling up trays, and then they have a group of people that are seeding. Now, they've raised a few different types. They've raised CBD and CBG, and the seed that they're planting right now is actually a CBG variant. And the whole point of the CBG variant is it's better for anxiety, it's better for pain relief. And this whole planting process is so that later on when they harvest it, they can turn it into pain management tools, and they can use it as anxiety management tools.
He is.
So their farm is very similar to our farm when we come to the aspect of like a family farm. They have about 15 different family members that work on their farm at a time.
See, like Andrew made it crooked there. He doesn't have.
These were seeded today. They should germinate in 3 to 5 days. In about 2 to 3 weeks, based upon their germination, they'll be going out into the field. We'll plant about 7 acres this year. They do take a lot of fertilizer. This plant is very aggressive in its nutrient requirements. So fertilizer will be going down, and we'll be doing liquid feeding throughout the season.
Now, when it comes to the hemp, is there like, how far apart do you plant everything?
We change our distances up every year. At the beginning we started about, I think, 2 feet. This year we're going to spread them out to around 3 feet so they could grow more bushy instead of just up, because when they grow more bushy, essentially you're going to get more buds, better harvest.
We will be harvesting this late September, early October.
Now, 2 weeks later, they invited me back to see how everything had germinated. And everything looked really, really good. And what was even cooler was that they brought me along as they planted it. And I got to film that for you. I almost feel like I'm working at home today. Before we can even get started, he's got to put air in the tire. Oh, he was late this morning. What is going on? I'm back out at Loaf Organics today because they are planting their CBG white hemp.
Today we're going to be planting at 48 inch on center. This way the plants will get nice and full. A lot of airflow through them, no mold. Should be beautiful plants here in October.
These rows are a lot farther apart, but as John mentioned, these plants need to get large and bushy so they can produce more buds. So that's why they have everything a little wider, and they're doing a 48-inch spacing. Last year they said they did a 24-inch spacing, and the plants just got tall, not bushy, so they're changing that up.
Yeah, it's tricky. I feel like Sparky drove a lot faster.
So we put these in the greenhouse and seeded trays about 2.5 weeks ago. Now we're putting them in the field and we're gonna look to harvest in about mid-October. So over the past 3 years, we raised over 100,000 hemp plants. This year, we're trying to take a step back and make the less is more approach. And we're only going to grow around 5,000 plants. And also with that time, we'll be able to give you guys a little bit of inside scoop of how we do our process around here.
I think you have a leak there.
That's to wash our hands.
They're averaging about 7 trays per row. They've got everything taken care of when it comes to math because they want to make sure that they have enough plants to finish out all the plastic that they laid. Now, as we get later into the year, it starts to get windy around here. Do you have to worry about the wind blowing these plants over, or they have a strong enough root structure?
Their branching structure and the main stalk is really, really coarse and dense. It'll get to be about a 3-inch caliper stalk. So after the first few weeks, the wind's not a problem for damage.
Since I don't know a lot about it, John was explaining to me that this stuff he's growing, this hemp, doesn't have the active ingredient of THC. And since they're doing everything organic, it is very difficult when it comes to weeds and pests. Now, as you guys know, we are very, very busy here on the farm. When it comes to vegetables, taking care of the animals, grain farming, there was so much stuff going on that I wasn't able to visit again until harvest. Now, personally, I had never seen hemp harvested before. I have actually never seen full-grown hemp plants. So this was a really neat experience too. As you can see, I'm not at my farm. I'm over at Loaf Organics. They're the organic hemp farm, and we're here today because they're doing some harvesting.
This is the good part right there. The bud, that's all you want. These leaves have virtually nothing in them. You know, it's all the CBD and CBG is right there and that stuff. So we grew it last year and just this year got it on market. But I use the CBG because my knee is basically shot, this one, and I have no pain.
Will this stuff get you high?
No.
No, this stuff that you're raising won't do that.
No, even anything. It all has to be compliant. You know, we'll take this whole bud off, and then we have a trimmer, so it'll look really, really, really clean.
Cool. Now, actually, a couple months ago, I was here when they were planting all of this stuff, and it's gotten to the point that now it's ready for harvest. I know that's kind of crazy. When you plant something, you don't think you're going to harvest it, right? Yeah, you do.
Cotton.
So as you guys know from last time when we were here, this is just another big family in the valley where we live. And this right here is Jimmy, and he is going through and he is cutting the hemp plants.
They got a lot bigger since the last time you were here, haven't they?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot bigger since the last time I was here too.
At least you're happy.
Now, is there anything you have to watch out for while you're going through and cutting this stuff?
Just the stake that's holding them up now. And then we'll pick them up. The guys are picking them up, and then we'll take them in the barn, hang them and dry them for about 2 weeks. And then we take, and they'll all come off like this. And this is what we want to end up with. And then we'll process that.
Now you can see Jimmy's got it all figured out because he's going through with powered trimmers. We have all hand trimmers back at home. We're not as fancy as they are here.
My hand would be tired if I had to use all hand. Look at how thick that is. That's probably like a 1.25 inch diameter on that.
Now, when my dad and his sisters were younger, they used to go to school with all of these guys. So they let us farm some of their ground occasionally. And this is actually our corn planted here.
I think. You were pretty big last year.
Haircut last night. Beard.
I heard from last year that they were like stupid
That's
sticky.
why I wear long
Don't
sleeves.
you think?
Yeah.
Possible.
But I'm telling you, I think
Now, I was talking to one of the brothers. His name is John. He was the one who was explaining some things to you. Now, what's interesting is you can see some of these leaves. They're starting to die here on the outside, which that's not what they're looking for. They want these buds, like what you're seeing right here. But the thing is, they originally wanted to harvest this stuff about 1.5 weeks ago, but they weren't able to. And there's a reason for that, because they had to send these plants out to get tested for THC. And because they had to get the plants tested, they weren't able to harvest. I couldn't imagine as a vegetable farmer, if I wanted to go out and pick my tomatoes or my peppers and I need to get them tested beforehand, like the crop is ripe in the field, I would probably be going crazy. I couldn't imagine dealing with that. But that's what they had to deal with for the past week and a half, and now they're finally able to harvest. You can see they've got a plant here that's a little more lively. You can see all these leaves on the outside. That's normally what they have. And then this is what they're dealing with this year, which again, that's okay. They want these buds right here. So it's okay to have some of the leaves dead on them. I tell you what, I am learning so much out here this morning. It's so neat seeing a crop that I've never seen before in my life grow. This is something that's truly interesting to me. So John, while we were working at our farm, we thought we were the only ones in the area that were affected by the hurricane, but how were you guys affected by that hurricane that went through?
The first one came through, pushed the plants over a little bit, and then we had another one, strong winds, heavy rains about 10 days later, and that really leaned them over.
Now these plants have a really strong root system and they're like really stocky. Is it because of all the rain we had that it bent them over too?
It didn't affect the plants as much as the soil. It made it so wet and muddy. When you have wet, muddy soil, it loosens the soil. So even though these plants have a really tough and durable root system, it was just too much rain all at once. We had excess of 6 inches here.
You guys are also organic. So did all that rain bring a lot of pest pressure?
We were pretty fortunate we didn't get it, because quite frankly, we don't spray anything because we are organic. We have a couple catches for Japanese beetle, which were really bad this year, but that's a pheromone, so it's all organic material. So we dodged some bullets with the weather this year.
Oh, look, we got a microphone, some roots. That works out pretty good. Check it out.
It looks like a microphone there, huh?
So Jimmy had just brought one of the stems to the hemp plants, and you can see how thick these stems are. It's almost like cutting out shrubs when you're going through here, and that's why he's using the mechanical trimmers, because these guys, they're getting pretty old. They're not like us. They don't have that grip strength. And in all seriousness, my hand would get pretty tired, so I would want to use the mechanical ones too. But you could just see how thick these are. They're like small trees.
I'll be right back. Something else we did this year, we planted clover in between the rows. It puts nitrogen, pulls from the air, puts the nitrogen in the soil. So as you can see, it's really starting to come and grow really nice. It'll also be a good cover crop for the winter, and we'll plow it under next spring to benefit the soil, increase the organic content of all the soil.
Yeah, they're trying to get all this organic material underground so that it can attract a lot of insects that will aerate the soil. They'll compose all of this material, and it will basically work as fertilizer.
I don't know if he's faster than I am, but he's pretty close.
Now all the stuff that they went through and harvested, they have to dry it. So they're taking it over to a warehouse to dry. I think they mentioned about 2 weeks they need to dry it. So after the 2 weeks is when they will strip it, and then they'll be able to harvest the oils. Alrighty, everybody's left. They're going over to unload, so we're actually gonna head home. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to see how the hemp harvest was going, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you want to see more, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed our field trips over to the neighbor farm. Altogether, I think it was a really cool experience. I got to see how hemp was seeded, planted, and harvested, a process that I've never seen before. A lot of the stuff that they did was similar to some of the processes that we partake of when it comes to planting vegetables. So it was seeing how, even though the two different products are similar in some ways, how different they were too. One of the things I really appreciated was that they invited me over. They showed me the process from seeding to harvest, and it was just such a cool experience. Now what they've been doing with all this hemp is turning it into all different types of products. They've been turning it into pain management tools, sleep management tools. Even they've been doing it for dog treats, which I didn't even know was a thing. They also made a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna link the YouTube channel down in the description. You guys can check it out, because they followed the process a little more closely than I did. I was only there a few times, but they actually posted several videos about planting and harvest. And if you guys were interested, go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll have the top comment, I'll have their channel there. Now, one last thing that they're doing, which I think is really, really cool, they have a website where they sell all of their products. And John sent me over a message. He said, hey, before you upload the video, let me know, because I want to run a sale for all the people that watch the Veggie Boys. They were so grateful for everybody that took the opportunity last time to go check out their products that they wanted to run a sale for you guys. Now, I don't know if everybody that watches the Veggie Boys is special or something, but he told me that this is a Veggie Boys only sale, so I thought that was pretty cool. So if you go on sugarloaforganic.com and you use the code VeggieBoys25 on any purchase, you're gonna get 25% off immediately. Now, I personally am not getting paid for any of this. They just wanted to do this for you guys. And I thought that was really kind of them, and I wanted to make sure that I added it to the video. So if you are interested in any other products, go on sugarloaforganic.com. Make sure you use code VeggieBoys25 and you'll get 25% off of anything that you order. So guys, I just wanted to share that with you, and I think that's really kind of them. Altogether, guys, this was a really different video than what I do normally, but I just thought it was such a cool opportunity that I had to share it with you. So anyway, guys, this is where we're gonna end the video today. I wanna thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.